Welcome back to Orlando Out of Context. I'm Brian.
I'm Stephanie.
Welcome to 2020.
Woohoo!
Well, we're well into 2020, and we just finished the longest month, I think, of the year. I know you love January because it's your birthday, but it is a long month.
I thought it went super fast for me because I was on 2 weeks of vacation from work. So obviously it went like so fast.
Right.
But yeah, I felt like it was just a blink and now it's over, and now we're almost a week into February.
Yeah, February's half over.
Which is your birthday month.
It's my birthday month. I know so many people with February birthdays.
You and Christy are the only two I know.
Christie's is the 22nd?
23rd.
No, 21st. Okay. Like, it's close to me knowing somebody who has a birthday every single day of the freaking month. I don't know what it is.
What's your sign?
Well, I'm Pisces.
Pisces.
But February begins with Aquarius, I think, and then it goes into Pisces. And then Pisces goes into March.
Okay.
You're Aquarius, right?
No, I'm Capricorn.
Okay. So you're...
Capricorn is like the 22nd of December to mid-January.
And then it goes to Aquarius.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully we still have people listening.
Hello? Are you out there?
But we did have a message from a few people that...
We did. They were like, hello, are you still alive? I just read those the other day.
I don't know. It was kind of nice to have a break. I think sometimes it's good to have a break, good to step away. But yeah.
I mean, you didn't really have a break. You were freaking tearing through Orlando on our break.
I do have a long list. I mean, I have a long list. We can get to them or not, but, because I don't want the show to be about me. But, I mean, I didn't stop. I didn't stop doing things, obviously. And you did stuff, too. Your mom was here.
I don't think that we did anything that we've never done before.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. It's been so long now. I mean, we kind of had a nice relaxing time. So my mom came for the first week of my 2-week vacation, and then I spent a few days in Texas, and then I spent a few days here. But mostly my mom and I were trying to kind of do some home projects. Right. Some of them panned out, some of them did not.
I mean, you tried to put up a shelf in the laundry room. Which is like kind of there.
It's there. It's not supporting anything. It's currently pulling out of the wall with one box of dryer sheets on it. But actually, I got some tips from somebody yesterday. So I'm going to go back to Home Depot for like the 80,000th time.
You wouldn't think putting up a shelf would be so complicated.
I know. You know why? Because I bought the brackets that go with the goddamn shelf. Mm-hmm. Everything is one aisle. All one brand. I bought everything. Right. There are no variables, okay?
And this is just...
The hardware came with the bracket all in one bag, so I did not make any mistakes here.
For the audience out there, it is a builder grade, like what you find in a basic...
Some piss poor wire shelving.
Yeah, it's just wire shelving.
But you know, there's one in there already that's been holding for like 20 years.
Right.
Why can't this one do the same? I'm going to get a different kind of thing so it doesn't pull out of the wall.
Your one success, though, I know you told me you changed a faucet.
I did change the faucet, which I'm pretty proud of.
Congratulations.
I didn't do it without frustration, obviously. I have no patience for those things.
Because we did have an issue here with the sink.
In the kitchen. And I ended up having to call a handyman, like... halfway through the job. I had done a little bit of it.
So if you need a handyman, send us a DM. We're not going to blast him right now because I don't remember his name.
I kept his number on my phone. But because, I went through all of that with the kitchen, and this time I had a little bit more time, so I was able to take my time, be a little more patient, learn from the mistakes I made in the kitchen, and replace the one in my bathroom.
Success.
And I'm pretty confident that if we need to change the one in the other bathroom, I can do it.
The one in there is holding out. I think yours was spraying kind of funky.
It was like spraying everywhere. Like you turn it on, it was.
So your mom and you did some house projects.
Yeah.
Did you get your nails done?
We got massages at the MC Nail Spa. where we usually get our pedicures.
So
we
just
decided to get massages
just for massage
instead.
this time. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. How was the massage there?
It was good. I mean, it's always good there. That's actually like my favorite masseuse there. The problem is that I don't like I like to have a full day. So I like to like have a massage and then put a robe and sit in a quiet room and relax.
Right.
But at this place, it's like when you're done with the massage, you have to get up,
Right.
go to your
We've
car,
talked
be
about that
blasted with the sun.
We've
So if I
about
could
that
take my guy that works at the MC Nail Spa, George, if I could take him to like the Ritz, my life would be complete.
So that's a pro tip. Go see George at MC Nail.
Yes, George at MC Nail Spa and Dr. Phillips. He gives a great massage.
That's a nice facility. My mom wanted to get her, I think, a pedicure while she was here, maybe last year, the year before, and on your recommendation, I dropped her off there.
Did she like it?
Yeah, I think she had a fine
Good.
time. I mean, yeah, I just dropped her off, and then I had some other errands that I had to do.
That's my favorite place because it's just an elevated experience.
It's
as
nice.
opposed
It's nice.
to
I walked in
your
the-
general
I
nail
walked
salon.
in. It's nice. It's
Yeah.
big. It's
very big.
It's huge.
Something else that we did was we had breakfast at the Four Seasons.
Oh yeah, tell us about
for
that.
my birthday, and it was delicious. The property there is beautiful. It's very small. But while we were there, I had some time like before our breakfast reservation. So I was like, let's go into the spa and ask them for a tour.
Mm-hmm.
So they showed us the spa there, and it was really pretty.
I like that spa.
It's definitely like I wish they would do a travel zoo or something because their services there are really, really expensive.
Sometimes they do, so you just have to watch out. But sometimes they Groupon or Travel Zoo. I think it's Travel. Sometimes they do. You just have to watch for it.
But it's definitely a spa that I would like to patron.
Yeah, the only problem with it is that there's no adult pool.
There is.
Yeah, but they don't. If you're getting spa services, when I was there, they said that I couldn't use it. It was reserved just for night guests or resort guests, not spa
Really?
guests.
Well,
yes.
I mean, I didn't ask them about that. I just saw the pool that
Right.
was contained.
You technically,
and there was like nobody in there. There might have been like 3 adults in that whole area.
what I was told is you technically don't have privileges to the pools if you're just coming as a spa guest.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well,
yeah.
I don't know. You might want to ask about that one. They might change policies or procedures depending on the day, or, because the day that we were there was nobody there because
Right.
it was like, it was January 12th, my birthday. So, that's kind of like a down season here.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's returning from their holiday vacations, and occupancy is pretty low at, all the hotels in the area. The resort was like dead. It was very quiet. There was no one there. It was really crazy, actually.
So the food was good?
Oh, I had pancakes, but they were like the most delicious pancakes of my whole life.
Really?
They were just fluffy and they tasted really good. But you should go there next time you have friends or family or anyone in town that you want to have a nice meal with. They have a very nice breakfast buffet, like with all the good things. I just didn't get it because I just didn't feel like I was going to eat that much to, But I mean, it's just as much as if you would go to a Disney.
Right.
And the food is like
better.
awesome. They have all the stuff that was on the a la carte menu and more. They had salmon. They had.
That's what we should do. Is we should do an episode with a buffet roundup, because with no Disney buffets on it. Well, there could be maybe 1 or 2, but I hate Disney buffets because it's trash food.
I think it's not worth the
Especially
money.
after we've been to Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go to a Vegas buffet and you see what the price,
quality it could be.
Yeah, the price
or
is
the price much lower.
The price is like $35 or $40 for
it's
a
just
breakfast.
the audience. They know that they're going to get the people that will pay for it.
But
at the end of the day, that's all it is.
You're paying for the quote unquote characters on some of
Yeah.
them, but it's crazy. So we've had some sad news since we started the new year, and that is that Lucky's Market.
Oh, R.I.P. Lucky's. Jesus.
So, the Lucky's Market.
I was clutching my pearls there. I didn't know what you were about to announce.
Well, it's pretty sad.
It is sad.
It is sad. So there's a Lucky's Market over here at Vineland Point, which is close to the area that we're in, and of course it's closing. I didn't read the whole story. I don't know the whole story.
I didn't read it either.
But I do know that
I saw it on the Daily City, and then I immediately sent it to you, and I was like,
that it's a nationwide thing. It's not just Florida. So they're closing.
Oh, as a company, they're closing.
They're
down?
not closing as a company. They're just closing certain stores, and they're reducing staff and corporate and everything. So
it's really sad though, because they just literally. I don't even think the Lucky's markets in Orlando have been open for even.
It happens so
maybe
fast.
2 years or less for sure.
They open so fast.
But remember, the last time you were at that one place, the guy told you they had to cut the hot food buffet. Yes. So we kind of saw this coming.
I saw signs. And I was always nervous when ours here at Violent Point opened because it was always dead. Yeah. The busiest that I saw it was when I went last week for the sale, for the closing sale. That was the busiest I ever saw it. But the stores that are remaining open...
We need to keep an eye on that sale because I want to see if the beauty products drop down. They have nice beauty products there.
It's 25% off the whole store. So okay. There were the beauty products. That section of the store didn't look as tore up as the rest. But it was depressing because the store is so tore up. So the stores in the U.S. that are remaining open are Traverse City, Michigan, Cleveland, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, Columbia, Missouri, Melbourne, Florida, North Boulder, and Fort Collins, Colorado, which I believe that it originates from Colorado.
God, that's like cutting everything pretty much. That's only like 6 stores.
Kind of random that you would keep Melbourne, Florida open.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's based on sales, but of inside each specific store. But the sales at ours were in terms of the number of people that were there, it was crap. And I just knew something was going to happen. And if you look back and think about it, man, they grew so fast.
Yeah, a little too fast.
A little too fast.
And I quite frankly, the one over here in Vineland Point, it's just a bad area right now at this very moment. Right. I would give it in about 2 years. They're going to be building up some more things in this area. They have a lot of housing coming in this area. And then it would have been a good time to slip in there. But,
right.
And
that's what I thought they were doing.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I
that's
thought
what business is about.
I thought they were slipping in there, in anticipation for the growth. But so the other interesting thing, I don't know if you heard this, is that Earth Fare is closing as well. Which
I don't know what that is.
Earth Fare is another kind of alternative grocery store to.
Is there
Publix.
One down there?
There's one in Soto.
Yes, that's. I did just see that for the first time like a year ago. Well, not a year ago, maybe a couple months ago.
They've been in business for decades, actually. Not necessarily here, but they've been in business for decades, and they're closing all of their stores.
Wow.
So the whole company is closing down.
I wonder what that's about.
I think it's about Amazon.
Yeah.
And, Walmart continues to dominate. Target continues, to dominate the grocery space. I don't think the
Walmart and Target have kind of a leg in those markets as far as... healthy,
so
organic.
The other thing that I wanted to bring up too was that I was in Publix yesterday, the day before, and the Publix here at Regency Village, right next to the outlets. I mean, they're doing a renovation, and they're bringing in more prepared food. They're changing the style of the store to reflect more of like a Whole Foods, Lucky's Market type of style of place. So I think with Publix updating their format, they're trying to...
God, they're so freaking expensive. I hate Publix.
Yeah. It's but my thing is the I don't want to be in the store. I was in Publix the other day. I was so annoyed because the people didn't know where things were. I'm just going to keep doing it on ordering online and picking up. But you're right. So that's sad that both Lucky's Market and Earth Fare are closing. So, what else? Did you guys eat anywhere else while your mom was here?
We didn't eat anywhere anywhere good. I wanted to take her to Hungry Pants, and then what happened was I kind of planned it. I was trying to figure, we're not going to be anywhere in that area this day, that day. And then the day that we had was a Sunday, and then I forgot that they're closed on Sunday. Because I wanted her to have the Collie Tots.
Yes, those are good.
So that'll be our list for next time. We did Splitsville dinner for my birthday, which is my favorite restaurant in Disney Springs. That's about it. We didn't really do anything crazy. We really just had a relaxing week. It was really nice.
That's good.
We just bummed around and went shopping and just walked around Disney Springs, and we didn't even make it to I wanted to take my mom to see the new Riviera Resort, and we didn't even make it there.
Oh, you should have gone. It's pretty.
We did the we had a freaking problem with the Disney app. She wanted to go to Magic Kingdom to see the fireworks, but from like the Polynesian.
Right.
Because we went to Epcot one day, but other than that, we didn't go to Disney. So it was weird. Her app was saying one time for the fireworks, and my app was saying another time for the fireworks. So 2 days in a row, we missed the fireworks. Because like the first day I was driving and I was like, oh, Mom, just check your app and see what time the fireworks are. And like as we're driving into Magic Kingdom, the fireworks are shooting off.
Oh, wow.
And then the next day, it happened again. And it was weird. We were like holding our phones right next to each other, and they were
totally
hers
different.
said 8, mine said 9, or vice versa.
It's weird.
So we kind of lost time doing Disney stuff. We rode the Skyliner, but we didn't go see the Riviera Resort.
So what did you guys think of the Skyliner? Well, you had been. I don't know if we ever.
I've been a bunch of times. My mom really liked it. I didn't think she was gonna like it because my mom doesn't like enclosed spaces and things like that. You know,
But it's pretty big, I think.
I thought so too. Yeah, we liked it. We took the whole.
I mean, I think that's a pro tip. If you don't have the money to go into a park, you just go ride the Skyliner for free. It's like a ride.
And we got there we just boarded when the Epcot fireworks were starting, so we saw some of it from that view, and it was cool. It was nice.
I did see the new Epcot fireworks.
I love them.
Last weekend, I
give them 5 stars.
Okay. I mean, it's better than Illuminations.
The soundtrack could be better, but as far as the I love the jet skis and the kites and
it's good.
All the hoopla.
The technology with the kites and the stuff is really good. It's much better than Illuminations
for sure.
Let's see how the permanent show is.
When does that one start?
I don't know. But supposedly it's supposed to be like the biggest, best show Disney's ever done.
We heard that one before.
Well, speaking of Disney, because this was on my list, did you guys go to the Festival of Arts?
We sure did. We went on the opening day.
I went last weekend, and while I was there, Paige O'Hara, the voice of Belle, was there. She was like... Oh,
yeah. We saw 2 people from The Lion King on Broadway.
She was signing autographs because she's an artist, and so she was signing autographs.
Oh, so she wasn't in the...
No, not the Broadway.
The Broadway show,
no.
Okay.
No, she was...
Did you get an autograph?
No, because I maybe would have planned... If I would have known she was actually going to be there, maybe I would have planned better, and you would have to buy her piece of art, and then if you're on a certain... If you're lucky enough... and you're the first one to be there that day, you get on a list to come back, and then she'll do a meet and greet, sign.
Did you get
and
to
take a
see
picture.
her though?
I saw her. She was almost as close as you are to me now.
Was she old?
I mean, yeah, but she looks fine for her age, I'm sure.
Like how old?
I don't know. I'm sure she's like 60.
Oh,
maybe late 50s.
Well, that's kind of cool. Disney legend.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool that they have that, and then I should go look, and I don't know how long the Disney on Broadway series is going. I'm guessing for the length of the festival, but there was one person on there that I had already seen on Broadway, who she was in the premiere of Newsies, or the first run of Newsies on Broadway.
Oh, Newsies. I did a Newsies show in marching band in high school.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So I have a little connection to Newsies.
Yeah, so Festival of the Arts, it's basically, and we've said it before.
I'm not a fan.
It's basically the extension of Food and Wine.
And it's, so for those of you who've been in Orlando, for a while, years ago, I would say like 5 to 7 years ago, before Disney Springs was Disney Springs, and it was Downtown Disney. They used to host an arts festival there.
Yes. From
Cirque du Soleil all the way around to the marketplace.
Right.
And it was, made up of a bunch of booths of local artisans, artisans from the whole state, and I'm talking real artists.
It's kind of like a street fair setup.
Yeah,
with
it
booths.
wasn't just Disney art.
Right.
Okay, now it's only Disney stuff.
Right.
And it's the same shit that you can buy in the park at different places
any other
all
day.
year round.
Right.
But they just put them in little booths and call it a festival and have the food offerings.
That was nice. That festival at downtown Disney.
It was nice.
It was nice.
And then they had like a
they
local.
Had the chalk art.
I was just gonna say the chalk art. There's some sort of group. These people work on this stuff all year round, but they would do it out on the street during the festival. And I thought that was awesome. It was so beautiful. I mean, they still do the chalk art. It's just not as much.
Where do they do it?
They do it, that strip of concrete from like the entrance of Epcot to the showcase.
Yeah.
They do it along there.
Gotcha. Man, Epcot's
it's not as nice.
Epcot is tore up right now.
Oh, when I was there, I saw a guy with the funniest shirt. It was a red shirt, and it said, Make Epcot great again.
That's funny.
And I complimented him, and he was like, yeah. Like, he wasn't even like, thanks. He was almost irritated that I pointed out his shirt.
I wonder if someone forced him to wear it.
I'm like, bro, if you don't want to wear the fucking shirt, don't wear it.
Right. So I wanted to say that I did try. What did I try the food wise? Well, the only thing I can remember is the sushi donut. So Japan kiosk, they have a sushi donut. Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fun.
Me and my mom had a brie bread bowl.
Ooh.
And it was real good. But the pro tip is that you need to bring like an extra piece of bread or something because
you need to bring it with you.
Yeah, like
if
you're, we're all residents here of Florida. We're all here.
Bring some bread.
So bring some extra bread because the bread bowl is like full of delicious, expensive cheese, but you run out of bread after you eat the bowl. There's a lot of cheese left.
That sucks.
That goes to waste unless you want to just lick cheese or drink cheese.
Gosh, that's not fair.
So bring a little extra bread.
I mean, don't put it past me to drink some cheese.
Ooh, it was so good.
Where was it? France?
France. And I also had a piece of chocolate cake from France. It was like a piece of lava cake.
I'm trying to think if I went to any other booths. Nothing is standing out, but I did have that.
It was not that great. It was not popping.
The sushi donut was good, and I thought it was almost pretty much the size of a full sushi roll. I thought it was a good deal.
It's thick.
Yeah, I mean, check out Festival of the Arts if you haven't, but, I mean, you're not missing too much.
If you're a pass holder, make sure you go over, get your magnet, 'cause it's kind of cute. It's like a Mickey symbol, and it looks like kind of like a watercolor painting.
Yeah, I saw it. It's cute.
Yeah, but everything over there is just pretty much tore up from the floor up.
Yeah.
Mouse Gears is now located in a different spot in a much smaller location.
Okay.
You know where the Starbucks used to be? That whole
I saw where
that
whole building
half of the building is torn down, and they've now opened up a small little Starbucks.
Yes.
Right at the entrance of the World Showcase. I hope that's not going to be like the one and only because
that's not permanent.
That isn't. It looks permanent to me.
No, that's not permanent.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that is not permanent.
Because it looks awful small.
Because it's just a walk-up window right now. That is not permanent.
No?
Sorry. No. That is temporary while they get things sorted. For sure. That's the first thing I thought when I saw it. That is temporary.
Well, they also built some more bathrooms beside it,
Bathrooms.
too. So, in case you need to use the bathrooms.
They built substantial bathrooms.
They are substantial. They are actually bigger than the Starbucks.
They're bigger. That's why that Starbucks is not staying there. It's not big enough.
It's definitely.
You know what they need to do? Let me tell you. They need to start doing mobile order for Starbucks in the parks. I know that it's not an actual Starbucks location in the parks, but they need to start doing some kind of mobile ordering. Disney mobile orders everywhere else, on all their other restaurants, so Disney needs to implement mobile order for their Starbucks locations on the
Disney.
app.
God, that'll cut down on the lines.
We can stop ranting. So I did drive by this past weekend out of curiosity. I drove by the JW Marriott Bonnet Creek. You know that new one?
Is that the new one?
The big tall white one. It was supposed to open this month.
Is there a spa in there?
I believe so.
We need to check that out.
It's a full service. It's a full service resort. So, I drove back there and what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. So they were supposed to open this month, but now the things that I'm seeing is it's gonna open in March. But I mean, it looks nice from the outside.
Yeah.
Like you can drive by it on I-4, but I actually drove into it. It kind of reminds me like a hotel in Miami type of thing. So,
it looks nice from the outside.
Yeah, it looks nice.
We need to check out the amenities there.
And they have like these big balconies that are going to overlook so you can see the fireworks. They're huge.
Looking at the outside of the building passing by, I was like, man, that looks intense up there.
So speaking of the Riviera Resort, I went there when Shalom was here. We went there for Christmas Eve dinner, and that's a pretty resort.
I haven't been yet, not once.
The footprint of it is, I would say, relatively small, and the lobby is not huge. But the restaurant up top is really nice.
Is that the one that when you look at the building from the outside, it's kind of like strung lights?
Yes.
And open ceiling?
Yeah, it's really pretty. And
so what do you like better, that or the...
Coronado?
Yeah, Coronado
the
Tower.
Destino Tower? I don't know. I think I like Destino a little bit better. But I don't know. It's... Riviera has its own qualities too. I don't know. They're both really nice. I mean, it's really nice that Disney's finally doing, high-rise style hotels, which they should have been doing.
It's definitely different for them.
They should have been doing that from the get-go and not done so much weird.
Well, do you think maybe in the days that the older resorts were built, that was like the cool thing, like, a bunch of little buildings, private little buildings.
I don't know.
But now I feel like, because mostly hotels are all
I know is
really tall.
When I worked in guest correspondence, some of the letters that would come in would be complaining about the distance that they had to walk to their room, like at Caribbean Beach.
That's why Port Orleans is our favorite, because it's a small resort.
Smaller, yeah. So anyway, I don't think I'd pick a favorite. They're both really good, and it's just nice to have options. So I also, not last week and the weekend before, I went with my friend Wendell to Coronado again. I hadn't been there in a while.
Isn't this week Wendell's birthday?
Yeah, Wendell's birthday.
I saw on the calendar. Happy birthday, Wendell.
Wendell's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Wendell. So anyway, we went there, and we were kind of doing some work, business stuff together. And we started at the tower up top, and then we went down to they have a new restaurant on the water at Coronado. Have you been out there?
No.
So it wasn't there before, and it was really nice. It was really cold that night, but it was nice to sit there, and you could see, the new tower and see the resort, and it's right there in the middle of the water. It was too cold, but it was really nice, and it's called Villa del Lago.
Oh.
So recommend, pro tip for locals, or if you're coming to visit Walt Disney World, it's a great place. Just go. And for the locals, all you have to do at the security gate is just say I'm visiting.
Yeah.
And you can go in there. Go.
Just go.
But it's really pretty. And the food was decent. And
when I rode, the Skyliner, and you get off there, there's one station that is basically the transfer station to all the other sidelines.
Right.
And you kind of look over at the property there. That's like, it's just like a lot of stuff there. Just go take a little walk, explore.
Well, that's what I did. Not this past weekend, the weekend before. I did a lot of walking on Disney property. Because the weather was so good.
Yeah, the weather's been nice in the evening.
I walked like 6 miles each day. I was just walking, and the weather is just so good because we only get it for a
quick sec. So you gotta get out and enjoy this hoodie weather.
Definitely. Let's see what else is on the list. Do you have anything that you want to
No.
chat? Okay. Well, then I'll just take
really.
over. Okay. So here's another thing that I found out this past weekend. I went to a movie at Disney Springs at AMC, which, if you haven't been over there, I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast or not, but AMC has renovated their dine-in side. Yes. And it is so nice.
They even have heaters in those seats.
They sure do. And the nice thing is, the best part about it is if you go before like noon, even on the weekends, it's like $5 or $7 for a movie.
Yep.
What a steal. And that's on Disney property.
And these is the updated seats.
And it's the nice, and they're love seats.
You
Quote unquote love seats. I've tried putting up the arm, but the arm doesn't really go all the way back.
No?
So you couldn't really get hot and heavy on the love seat if you wanted to.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah.
Well, it's hard to get hot and heavy in there anyway because there's always waiters walking around. I've already thought about this. Yeah, and it's kind of like dimly lit because of, they have full service there.
Right.
So
So
the lighting
anyway,
in there's a little bit more.
So I went there, I think it was on Sunday morning for a movie, but before the movie, I wanted to get something to eat. So I walked over to Earl's Sandwich. And by the way, my breakfast sandwich there was not that great at Earl's.
Breakfast is new there, right?
No,
like
they've had it for a few
Oh,
years.
okay.
Probably more than a few years, but it was a puny sandwich. Normally Earl's sandwiches, I mean, those are
Pretty substantial.
hefty sandwiches. But do you know what they have now at the Earl's of Sandwich at Disney Springs?
What?
Carlos Bakery baked goods.
Oh, that's random.
Yeah, but
That's like a whole nother company, isn't it?
well, I'm sure they have some kind of partnership, but it's a pro tip. So if you're at Walt Disney World and you need your Carlos Bakery fix,
Is that for all the Brazilians out there?
yeah, the Brazilians love him.
Yeah.
I guess it is probably. But I like his cake and his
You
baked
bought me a
goods.
birthday cake from there once.
I did. But the slices there, I'm going to just forewarning here, everyone, they're $10 a slice. So you better so you better take
I know you lying. $10 for a fucking slice of cake?
because your birthday
won't pay it.
Your birthday cake was only like 35 or 40.
And that was that was
that's
probably
a
6 pieces.
Yeah. So
Carlos is wrong for that.
well, I'm sure they're making some money, honey. And I'm sure those Brazilians are going crazy over it because then they don't have to go all the way to Florida Mall to get it. But I thought that was cool that you can get, celebrity cake there. So, and I took a picture, so I'm going to post it on the Instagram.
Oh, good. On the grams.
I basically, when I was putting the show notes, I was going through my camera roll and saying, where have I been that I could talk
the date and
about?
location, the geotag.
Where have I been that I can talk about on the podcast? Because as you can tell, this is a hodgepodge podcast today. So I've also been to, since this is funny. So since we last did our episode, I've been to 2 Magic games.
Well, did you do like the VIP experience both times or just the one?
2 different kind of VIP experiences.
And who never gets the invite but me? Never. Not
Okay.
once do I get the invite.
So
Even though I took him to a free Magic game once and he made me leave about 2
I did not
seconds
make you.
into it.
We decided that together, which is what I wanted to comment on. Okay, one of the things that I want to comment on is I think that professional sports, specifically basketball, because that's really the only one that I can do any comparison, have changed in terms of entertainment value. Like, they have a whole hype crew now that goes in there and like hypes you up. The Megatrons with all the, graphics that are going on. It's much more of an immersive experience than it ever was.
It's 2020 now. We have all the good things in life.
Like when you and I went, what?
I think that was even in the old arena. I don't even think that was the Amway.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I got some free tickets for donating blood. I was like, hey, you want to go to a Magic game? We don't have anything else to do. Let's go pay $25 to park and watch
But it was boring.
5 minutes of a boring ass game and leave.
I think we stayed for the first 2 quarters and then we left. It was just boring.
Yeah, it was boring.
But I will have to say that's one of the comparisons I want to make. Like, if you haven't been in a while, like, probably 10 years, you should maybe try it again, if you get a free ticket.
Did
or if
they
you get
have
an
a little,
opportunity.
like, one time I went and they had like a little, like, what do you call that? The blimp. They had like a mini blimp drone that was like dropping
They had
T-shirts
it.
into the audience.
They had that.
And I was like, oh, that's cool.
So the first game I went to was in January. My boss, who has season tickets, said, hey, do you want them? And we Shalom was here, and I was like, yeah, sure. We didn't have any plans, so we just decided that, I decided that we're going to go. So with these tickets, they were almost floor seats.
Jesus.
Almost floor seats. And they were probably like 1 or 2 backs up, 1 or 2 rows back from.
And you didn't invite me. What if I could have met, like, that's how I could have met my husband.
Oh.
You know, you have to go sit in the first 5 rows, dress really nice, let your tits out, and that's how you try to catch a husband.
Well, I guess you could invest in that. You can get season tickets.
I mean, I don't have that kind of money.
So, my friend who I work with, he was like, "Oh yeah, I mean those seats are really good, and you get like free food. Like not free. It's not free. Someone's paying for it.
Yeah.
But you get access to the lounge,
Mm-hmm.
and there's buffet set up in the lounge, and there's free wine and
Beer, probably.
beer. So that's what we did, and it was freaking awesome.
We just sat and ate all night.
I mean, and then you also, when you're sitting that close, you're more interested in the game.
Yeah, because you can actually see what the hell's going on.
Right.
I'm pretty sure when we went, we were in like the highest
The
ring of the
nosebleed,
amphitheater.
Yeah.
We couldn't even see the ball, let alone the players.
And then
So why didn't your boss want to go?
Because he
just
couldn't.
that night he couldn't.
He couldn't go that night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he has the tickets anyway, so he offered them. And then for his wife's birthday, he set up a suite. And then he did a party bus with a bunch of.
So who was sitting in
people.
his seats when you guys were sitting in the suite?
Well, he said that he can.
Because he still had the seats down low, right?
I asked him that question too. He said he could change them in or like turn them in, and I guess he gets. I don't know if he gets money back for that or what. But anyway.
So was his wife like a fanatic, like a magic fanatic?
No, I think it was just an excuse to get everyone together and go do something all together. But it was fun.
It looked fun. I was watching your Instagram stories.
The suite had he had to order the food that he wanted,
Yeah.
so he picked the food that he wanted, and then there was beverages, and it was a huge suite. It wasn't just like a little box; it was a suite.
Yeah.
But it was nice. It was.
I mean,
nice.
it's just like these days, like all the newer stadiums here in the U.S., they're just really building them for the consumer.
I mean,
we have a friend that works at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and she's taken me through all the biggest, best, suites they have there, and they're just
I feel
gorgeous.
like it wasn't just going to a game; it was more like an experience.
Yeah.
And
even the Amway is now in the industry standards, the Amway's old news, but I still think it's a nice stadium.
Yeah, it's a nice stadium. It's nice. So those were my Magic experiences, which I never, if you would have told me at the end of 2019 that I would be going to 2 Magic games within, the first basically month of the year, I've been, oh, get out of town.
Look out. He's going to be buying a jersey next.
But I don't really. Oh, pro tip. So what I found out by going to the Magic game is that if you purchase or renew your annual pass for Disney, they give you a free jersey.
Where's my free jersey?
You have to go to the Amway to do it.
Why?
Because they want you to go to the Amway. Like they want you, because Disney has a partnership. Like Disney's a sponsor of the Amway. So that's a perk of if you do it there at their kiosk there, that you get a Magic jersey. So I'm going to try to do it when I have to renew.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I usually just do it online.
Right.
I didn't know about that.
But if you do it there, then
we can get a
your jersey,
jersey,
and then if you don't want it, you can sell it. Because that jersey like upwards of $100, right?
Yeah.
Another way to pay for the pass.
That's right. Always finding ways. That is a pro tip. There are many ways that you can use your pass holder benefits to finance your pass holder payments. I won't tell you how, but if you're smart, you will figure it out.
But I've been having a problem lately.
With what?
I can't get rid of the...
Yeah, I have a couple sitting too, but some goods I can't move. If you want in on the goods,
send a DM.
Slide into my DMs, and I'll let you know what kind of Disney goods I got. But
so Magic games, yeah. If you have the opportunity to,
we had the Pro Bowl here last weekend too.
Yeah.
When I came home from Texas, there were tons of people at the airport.
Were there?
Waiting, like with helmets and like jerseys. I think they were waiting for. Like when you're just exiting, like where TSA is, like once you exit that line, you can't turn around, like after you get off the little trolley thingy.
Right.
So there were like people waiting there. I think they were waiting for the athletes that were coming off their flights to kind of get them to sign stuff and pictures and all that.
Cool. Yeah, it's nice that we're getting big events. Hopefully we continue to, because it's good for the city.
Yeah.
We just got to get I-4 fixed. I have 2 things left on my... Oh, no.
You have like a 10-page list here.
I have 3 things left. Okay, so they'll be really quick. So over at Sunset Walk at Margaritaville...
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, 2 things there. So I walked into Estefan, which is Gloria Estefan's new restaurant. Estefan. I walked into her new restaurant because Bongos is no longer at Disney Springs, and she now has a restaurant.
I met Gloria Estefan at Disney. I have a picture with her in front
at
of
Bongos?
the castle.
Oh.
No, she was here for like... Remember when they
Do you
had
still have the picture?
I do still have
We
the
need
picture.
to put that on the IG.
Okay, I'll find it. I know where it is. I'm just going to have to dig it out.
Okay. We got to put that on the IG.
Oh, God. I probably look terrible. It was from a long time ago. Remember when they did, like... I want to say, I guess it was maybe Disney's 25th anniversary. When we did our program and they had the magic mirror on the front of the castle.
That was for Disneyland's 50th.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, that's when she was here doing something. I don't know. I don't know what she was here for, but
cool.
I have a picture of
That's
her.
cool.
Me and her.
Yeah, get that picture out. I don't think I've seen that. Pull that picture out. We'll take advantage of that picture.
Okay.
So her new restaurant has opened there. I've only stepped inside. It's gorgeous. It's really beautiful. We need to go there.
Did you ever eat at Bongos?
I didn't like Bongos.
So you ate and didn't like it?
Yeah, I ate there like twice.
Will you try
Estefan's? Yeah.
Estefan's?
Of course. It's beautiful. Even to just go to the bar. It's
Okay.
really it's beautiful. Across from that, a new cafe has opened, Cafe d'Avion. I think that's how you pronounce it. And they sell delicious croissants. They have.
We need to scope out the movie theater over there.
I've been there once. I didn't care for the seats were uncomfortable to me.
Do they have the recliners there?
Yeah, but mine didn't recline all the way back, and I was like,
oh,
my neck was in a weird position. I do have free tickets for there because I saw Rise of Skywalker there, and the 3D, which wasn't my choice to see 3D. I was with other people. The 3D was like wonky, so as we left, they were giving free passes.
The 3D gives me a headache.
I hate 3D.
Yeah.
So Cafe d'Avion is open, and it's very good. It's expensive, but it's good. I like their prices are a little bit.
Well, is it like an authentic cafe? Maybe that's why it's expensive.
They have good coffee. They have different kind of breads and stuff, and it's from New York, and so it's a chain that's come down here. So
that's a nice little area over there. If you live on that side of town,
it's nice. I used to live over on that side, and I
used to live there, and I used to come meet you like once a week for dinner.
And now
when there was like 2 restaurants there.
Now it's all grown,
and
right?
now it's like so much stuff over there.
That's where the best Target is.
Yeah,
that Target's the best.
That's a pro tip.
What is it? It's on 192, but I forget the name of that. What that name of that Target is considered, because there's 2 Targets on the 192. But.
Yeah, it's more towards. What's that?
429.
Yeah, it's more towards that side, not the other side.
So anyway, go check out Cafe d'Avion. I don't know if I'm saying that. I could be murdering that name. Then I tried Bosphorus, Turkish food, which, of course, you wouldn't like anything there. But it was really good. It was a fun experience.
I want to go to the Turkish bath in Dr. Phillips.
Will they have a Turkish bath?
Yeah, the only Turkish bath in Orlando.
Oh,
That's what it says on the door.
Okay.
I just passed it the other day going to the dentist. So.
And then I will finish with Bar Harbor Seafood. Did you see my pictures from there?
I did, and I've passed that place when I'm at work. Because it's like back in like
a commercial industrial park.
Yeah, in an industrial park. You wouldn't find it. I don't. How did you find it? Because it's kind of in a weird random spot.
So
I don't think they want anyone to find it really.
Speaking of Wendell's wife, we went to dinner with them when Shalom was here, and she told us about it, and so I like took note and made sure that I wrote it down. And she said that it has really good reviews, and the people have been telling her to go.
They mostly do distributing, like
Correct.
wholesale distributing
So
to local restaurants.
You
and
actually will see the Bar Harbor trucks driving around Orlando for, like you said, Steph, food distribution. But they have a very, very small storefront, and at the storefront there's a seafood counter. And
they have some tables out front.
Yeah, they have some tables outside, and then you can order prepared food as well. And so we went in, I think they're closed Sundays maybe. We went in on a Saturday, we ordered food, and then they call out your name when your order's ready from a window, and you go up and you eat outside. And then after we were done, went back inside and got some seafood to cook. I thought the prices on there, like their shrimp was good. So if you're ever like driving by, or if you're by Florida Mall and they happen to be open and you want to get shrimp,
did you?
Because I know you like
bought shrimp to bring it home.
Yeah,
and how was the quality?
It was good. It was good. Yeah, it was good. I got scallops as well. The scallops were good, and then I got swordfish steaks.
Oh,
and they were good too. Everything was good, and the prices were very reasonable. So, pro tip on that: it's been there, I think, for a long time.
Yeah,
but
it's been
hidden.
there for a while.
It's hidden.
It's definitely hidden.
So, if you're coming into Orlando and you're looking for something different and affordable, because it was like really cheap for the.
Is it as good as Stonington's?
No.
I love Stonington's.
No. Have we talked about Stonington's?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's the fried shrimp is not as good as Stonington's. Because Stonington's is very like they do one thing
and they do it real good.
They do it really well. So you describe what Stonington's is.
Stonington's is a little kind of hole. I would say hole in the wall. There's one in Kirkman. There's one somewhere else in Orlando too, but I don't really remember.
It's a chain.
Like I've only seen 2 in Orlando, but they only have fried. They have chicken and shrimp. And then they have sides like mac and cheese, cornbread, which is like to die for, French fries, and did they have beans? No.
I think they probably do.
But
it's no frills.
It's really good.
It's not fancy, but the food
and the service is always great. Everyone I've ever seen there is friendly.
Oh yeah, they're always nice.
And
there.
I always see different people when I go in there. So, but it's a great experience. Definitely check it out if you're in the Kirkman area. Stonington's fried shrimp.
What that's Metro West, right?
Yeah, Metro West. It's in a shopping. It's in front of Walmart. There's like a little strip of shops, and it's real good.
Yeah, it's really good.
They even have my favorite Coke in all of Orlando.
What do you mean?
Like, you know when you get Coke out of a soda fountain machine,
and sometimes it doesn't taste good,
and sometimes it just tastes like shit. Their pop there just tastes freaking like I could just drink gallons and gallons and gallons of it. Like the mixture of the syrup to the soda water is just like perfect.
A true artisan.
Yes.
Puts the hose in.
So good. And they have the good ice, like the Sonic ice there.
Okay, that
you know, which that upgrades my beverage
good.
Experience about 110%.
They sell those. I get ads on my IG for those Sonic ice machines. Do you?
They're expensive.
They're not cheap.
They're very expensive, and they take up a lot of counter space. So I recently have been in the market for maybe some new appliances, and I was looking at fridges because the ice machine in my fridge is busted, broken, done for. And I'm thinking like, oh God, it's 2020. There must be a refrigerator that makes Sonic ice. And I didn't find one. I mean, I was kind of bummed about that. So Whirlpool, Kenmore, let's get on your game. It's 2020. We love the chipped ice, like the pebbled ice, not the chipped ice.
Not chipped.
Because obviously you can get a fridge that has like, you know, you put your cup and you can pick on the computer screen like crushed, which is not
it sucks.
What we want.
Right.
Or cubed. I want the little the little pebbles.
Yes.
And I don't want a huge ass machine taking up my whole counter.
Yeah, unless you have like a bar area. Like that's not practical unless you have a bar area.
Yeah.
You know. Well, something that I was thinking of, I have 2 probably like immediate goals for us. Like in the next few months. I want to go to, there's a winery not far off of 192. I want to go do that.
Okay.
And then we need to do probably soonish is the Winter Park boat tour.
Oh, yeah.
Those are two things that we need to
Maybe
do.
we can do those when Gina's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been wanting to do the boat tour, too.
Those are two things that I want to do. And if you guys have any suggestions for us, if there's something that you want to talk about, there's somebody who you want us to interview, you have a question for us, whatever, you can send us a direct message on Instagram, but you can also call us. It is a voice recorded like an answering machine.
We're not going to answer.
We're not going to answer, but you can call.
Sometimes I wish we could, though. That would kind of be fun.
That's too much work. Well, nobody would call. So
I was going to say nobody calls, so it wouldn't be any work.
So give us a call. Leave us a voicemail. We want to hear from you. The phone number is 407-603-6994. Hopefully, we should probably check to make sure it's active because sometimes Google Voice, it's a Google Voice number. Sometimes they
I haven't checked our email in a while.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, hopefully
YOLO.
It's still...
Try it.
Somebody
answers. It ain't us.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you real soon. We're going to be working on some content, hopefully getting some interviews, and working on some roundup episodes to give you guys some tips. Because it seems like you guys there's been a few people that are like the roundups.
We've gotten some messages about that.
Like somebody listened to our steak episode. Like,
you know why? Because I think travelers really like that. Because I think I've noticed the people that kind of go on and search for, maybe they're coming here, they're planning a trip, and they want to get some info via podcasts. They happen to stumble across our podcast, and then they're able to like make some restaurant plans and stuff. Yeah,
the more listeners, for whatever the reason, the merrier.
Yes.
So, all right, guys. Well, until next time.
Bye.
Follow us on Instagram at Orlando Out of Context. Instagram is where you can connect and interact with us, as well as see photos and videos related to this week's episode.
Make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and iHeartRadio.